Hello everyone, this is Muhammad Ahmad Fathim from course Analytical SQL and When Do Functions. Before we start, I would love to introduce myself. Who am I? I am ITI 9-month graduate, which is a scholarship in data management. I took it all and graduated from it, and then I worked as a big data engineer at Vodafone. Then I am now an instructor at ITI 9-month track, which is a scholarship for data management. And also I'm working as senior data engineer at a company called Data Science LLC. Let's start. First, what we will take in this session. We will take an introduction about analytical SQL, why we need it as a data engineer or data analyst or data scientist. And we will take an overview of what we will learn from this course and why we need this course. Well, first, why analytical SQL? Because we need to go beyond basic queries. Why? Because the basic query is actually too long, too hard, too complicated in some analytical concepts. For example, if you want to calculate the moving average, which is the average of last 3 days, to make it with SQL, it might be impossible, might be possible, but with writing code of 2 pages, for example. So we need analytical SQL to reduce the subqueries and joins and reduce the complexity. Also, there is some concept cannot be calculated with normal SQL. But that means that analytical SQL should be used instead of SQL? Actually, no. We need analytical SQL inside the SQL. The basic SQL will not be thrown on the rubbish. No, we still need it. But we need analytical SQL as well for some analysis, for some hard logic to be used inside the SQL. What is analytical SQL? We will know it in the next videos. What you need before this course? First, you need the basic SQL because analytical SQL will be used inside it. You need to know some familiarity with relational database. Any one of them is okay. SQL Developer for Oracle, MySQL, Postgres, anything. You should have some experience for data warehousing, the business concept, because we will cover a lot of business concepts in this course. But you don't need any experience in functions or analytical SQL because we will start it from the scratch. Now, who needs this course? Of course, the data analyst. You need to make dashboards, you need a lot of KPIs, and this will require a big concepts, business concept we will take in this course. So even if you don't need analytical SQL, you will learn a lot of business concepts or KPIs will be taught in this course. Of course, you need to prepare the data with SQL before ingestion it in Power BI. For data engineer, you have a pipeline. This pipeline, of course, will have SQL. This SQL could be optimized by analytical SQL, depends on your case. For example, when I was working as big data engineer, our pipelines at Vodafone contained a lot of analytical SQL and contained a lot of SQL. When we need to optimize it, the first option is why don't we use some of concept of analytical SQL to reduce the query complexity. Also for readability, for anyone who want to change the query after, he will need analytical SQL. And of course, I don't need to say data scientist because you need to pre-process data, analyze data, reduce dependency on Python or R because it's very complicated than SQL. Okay, now to the most interesting part, what we will take in this course. First, we will take a revision on subquery and aggregate function and group by, because you can't start this course without refreshing your information about basic SQL. If you don't have basic SQL or data warehousing concept, subscribe and like and follow us because we will put this courses soon. Introduction to Analytical SQL, what is it, what is window function, and how to use it, and what does it contain. And then we'll deep dive in ranking, analytical function like value functions like lag and lead and so on. We will take advanced techniques like window frames, to put a time frame, for example, for your query, time series analysis, and we'll have a separate lecture for this, for time series. And we will take some real projects, like we will do it together. For example, your manager asked you to analyze the data and find some information from it that you will need some basic SQL, some analytical SQL, and of course you will use your business concepts in it. Why we learn from this course exactly? Because first we will have a lot of hands-on. We'll solve a lot of real-world example. I will try to ingest my experience in this course. You will focus on both theory and application. You can't rely on only theory and you can't rely on only application. We will try to make the balance. You can solve examples easily without knowing the theory from it or the theoretical part from it. And as well, you can't just study the theoretical part. So we'll have the post, we'll have separate videos to solve some examples, and we'll have separate videos also for theoretical part. And this course is designed for beginners because we will start from scratch, and intermediate and also professionals. I will try to ingest all my experience in last couple of years and last teaching years in this course, so you will have a lot of good information actually. And now we come to the end of the overview video. Please subscribe, follow us, and wait for more informations and more videos. Thank you.